All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to you, sincere, hopeful, elect Akim, that push the word of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in spirit and in truth. All right, to the Ma'ah, Arabai, a lot, that's to say 144,000 in the ancient Hebrew, the Lashwan Kwadash. All right, Shalom. That's what we are striving to be a part of. All right, the 144,000. Now, as you see, this is from Wired.com, and this is from August 15th, which is a couple of days ago, 2025. And as the title reads, now you can get your flu vaccine, at home. All right, just how being in this society, people have become accustomed to, getting everything dropped off to them as a result of, so-called, the 2020, the Crown Royal, that epidemic, that supposed epidemic, all right, COVID, all right, with that happening, people are accustomed to getting everything dropped off to them. Amazon, ordering stuff online, DoorDash, Grubhub, getting food and groceries and whatever you can think of getting dropped off for so-called convenience. All right, and now you have the ability to get an actual a flu vaccine. All right, not a flu shot. It's a vaccine. Okay. So it says the nasal spray vaccine FluMist can now be ordered online and shipped to your door. Which if you order something online, all right, if you order a vaccine online, you're an idiot. I'll just say it like that. You're a stone cold idiot if you order a vaccine online and actually use it. Okay, there's nothing more than a biological weapon that's meant to assist in killing off the population. All right, population control. If you get a lot of idiots to take this FluMist vaccine, all right, and this is not medical information. I'm just speaking through the spirit. If you get a lot of individuals to take that, that's going straight to your brain. Okay, in just recollecting. I remember being in the military back in this was back in 2005. I want to say somewhere around there, 2005 ish, and we had, because in the military you got to get shots and all that, and take a flu shot every year or some to that effect. And one year they had some new stuff they was doing to where we actually had to take the little nasal. It was a nasal just like this, all right, but it wasn't what this is. It's whatever it supposedly was, a little flu. Instead of a flu shot, they were doing it nasally, and everybody was mad about the shit. Nobody was happy about it, but you actually had to sit there and do it in front of higher officials, and then they take your name off the list and so on and so forth. But this type of thing ain't nothing new. But that goes straight to your brain. That's the point. It goes straight to your brain, man. Because after certain people took it, man, we was feeling kind of crazy. Just brain fog. Because your brain is not meant to be taking unknown sources by way of a nasal passage. Okay, and another thing too, taking it nasally can help assist bypassing the blood brain barrier. Okay, because the way your blood circulates in your brain is different than the way your blood circulates in the rest of your body. Okay, and there's only a couple uh, herbs or vegetables, so to say, uh, like garlic and cilantro. Those are a few of the foods that you can consume that actually bypass the blood-brain barrier. So when you are getting benefits from, either one of those for the body, you're also getting the benefits in the brain as well. But I digress. Anyways, let me continue reading this. It says instead of going to the pharmacy to get an annual flu vaccine, many people in the U.S. will now be able to get it shipped to their door to take at home themselves. Starting today, AstraZeneca's FluMist is available through an online pharmacy in 34 states. FluMist is not a new vaccine. It was originally approved by the Food and Drug Administration in 2003 and previously could only be administered by health care professionals. But last September, the FDA said the vaccine could be self-administered. All right, so to have a self-administered vaccine is crazy, man. Which shows you that this is all depopulation purposes. This serves the purpose of depopulation, okay? Because anybody who takes this is, like I said, a stone cold idiot, because you had a lot of people that trusted in the science and took those vaccines during 2021, 2022, so on and so forth. And a large majority of those people are no longer alive. Okay? So for people to actually take this, despite it being so-called a flu, it's, we took flu vaccines before, whatever, yeah, you gonna get what you asked for, man. Okay? It says it's AstraZeneca's first foray into direct-to-consumer medicine, a trend being spearheaded by Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly to sell their popular GLP-1 drugs for diabetes and weight management to patients. And what's crazy is, this is going to be a normality. The future of what Esau wants is for them to mail or in the future, if this place was to continue, you would get a damn plethora of fucking medications and vaccines and shit dropped off by way of a drone, and you got all these cameras in your house to ensure that you're actually taking these medicines and medications and vaccines that the government is giving you, because if not, everything is surveilled, and they'll have some robots come to the door. That's the world Esau wants, man. All right, so continuing, it says, we recognize that people's daily lives are busier than ever. How are people's daily lives busier than ever? Which that's to some degree that is true, but a lot of people don't even have jobs, man. Okay, prior to COVID, people had jobs. It was hustle and bustle, and you know what I'm saying. So it says, and we know we need to meet people where they are facing the realities of real life, said Tanya Villafana, Vice President of Medical and Scientific Affairs at AstraZeneca, at a press conference on Thursday. FluMist Home is designed to remove traditional obstacles to vaccination, things like scheduling clinic visits, waiting in line, and the fear of needles. All right, so through your nasal passage is crazy because that's going straight to the brain, man. So, hey, you can see Esau is the devil, man. All right, Esau is the devil. Now, there's more to this article, but I want to grab a precept real quick. And this is Job 13:4, one of my favorite scriptures. It says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." Okay? Esau is a forger of lies, and he's a physician of no value, because a physician, all right, means to make whole. All right, let's get the Edom on that real quick. Physician, 1200s, physician, Fistian. Okay, it says healer, one who practices the art of healing disease and preserving health. Doctor of medicine. Okay, preserving health. All right, whatever state you are in, when you come to the physician, he's trying to preserve the health that you still have, and also, uh, healing. All right, making you better. Doctor of medicine. It says a physician, doctor, sage. Okay, which sage goes into wisdom. Art of healing. Okay, natural science. All right, to know. Science means to know. The restored classical pH spelling is attested to English, blase, blase. Okay, so to make whole, all right, a healer, or the art of healing disease and preserving health. That's what a physician is supposed to do. But we see that Esau is no physician, because the so-called medicines and vaccines that he gives people does the opposite. It kills you. So he's not preserving anything. All right, he's a physician of zero value, man. Okay, now this here. So this was from DeepSeek, and I typed in what 34 U.S. states will FluMist be available? Because I was curious to know. So it says, for the 2025-2026 flu season, FluMist Home, the at-home delivery service for FluMist nasal spray flu vaccine, will be available in the following 34 states. All right, Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Idaho, Illinois, Massachusetts, Maryland, Maine, Michigan, Montana, North Carolina, North Dakota, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Vermont, Washington, Wisconsin, Wyoming. All right, those are the 34 states that will be, mailing those no nasal bombs out. Okay, so it says availability restrictions. It says this service is not available in all states due to variations in local pharmacy laws. The states where it is not available for the 2025 through 26 season are Alaska, Arkansas, District of Columbia, Delaware, Hawaii, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Minnesota, Missouri, Mississippi, New Mexico, New York, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, and West Virginia. Okay. It says AstraZeneca has stated its aim to expand FluMist Home to all 48 contiguous states in future flu seasons. All right. Yeah. So just a little information on what states is going to be allowing people to take their nose bomb. All right, that booger sugar. All right, the ultimate booger sugar. You know, one hit might get you out of there, man. Might send you back to the ether. Okay. Um. Next, this is Sirach 12:10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." All right. So the scriptures clearly tell us, all right, of old that you are not supposed to trust your enemy. And majority of Israelites have forgotten that the so-called white man is the enemy of the nation of Israel. That the so-called white man is the devil according to the Bible. All right. The fact that you had the Elder Wamba and Elder Yashwamba and the Apostle Tahar going into Trump trying to crack down on museums that I believe it's the Smithsonian Museum that's they go into slavery and history and things of that nature. You know, the conditions that Israelites were first forced to serve in via slavery. You know, they touched on that, and that in itself shows you that Esau is not to be trusted. The fact that it's a whole period of so-called American history that they're trying to whitewash, in real time. All right, that clearly right there shows you that, as the scripture said, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So just how you can have iron that looks good, okay, but after give it some time, and that rust is gonna start to appear on it. All right, and we're actually living in a time in which, Esau is not trying to hide the fact that, they are rusted iron. Okay, they're the nation of Esau is rusted iron. All right, being that they are the wicked according to the Bible. Okay, so once again, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his wrath has not been all together wiped away. All right, so they can put on the front of, we love the minorities, and we got Negro friends and all this BS. We love the Latinos and the Native American brothers and sisters. No, they hate our guts. Okay, but on top of that, that nasal FluMist nasal spray is not only gonna be targeting the poor, the less fortunate Israelites. It's gonna be targeting anybody who's dumb enough to take it. All right, the same way they promoted those vaccines, those jump shots to so-called Negroes and Native Americans and Latinos first. That these nasal bombs is gonna be the Israelites as well is gonna be sought to be the first ones to take it. And lastly, let me grab 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." All right. So we are, as it says in the NLT, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. All right. So, given Esau's track record, his history, we are more than aware of what in being that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has illuminated us, Salakim. we're able to see, Esau's crafty, diabolical ways, his schemes. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the lesson. And Abaratazah, this was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom.